What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is not only day 15 of all Imperial Beer Theme Month, it is also Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western Europe Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the War Horse Brewing Company, and they're out of Geneva, New York, and this is their Turn and Burn, the Bananas Foster variant. This is the 2024 release. So this is a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout with natural flavors. It comes in at 11.6% alcohol by volume, 50 IBUs at the time of review. And this can is just over 3 months old. So it's been a while since I've reviewed something from War Horse on the channel, and I've never had one of their Turn and Burn beers, whether it's the base or any of the variants they've released over the years. So in 2024, they released 2 different variants, the Peanut Butter Cup and Bananas Foster. I went with the Bananas Foster variant because I thought it was a bit different. Peanut Butter Cup, been there, done that. A lot of, different breweries release peanut butter beer. So I was like, let's go with the Bananas Foster. And also, a very good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber Dan over at FLX Beer Reviews, I remember his check-in, I want to say it was a couple months ago, of this beer, and I remember 2 things specifically from that check-in on Untappd. He said that this is everything he thought that Goose Island's Bourbon County brand Bananas Foster Stout, he was hoping it was going to be. This beer he enjoyed more than that, and on top of that, he said that this was quite tasty and that the banana character was authentic, which is wild because it says barrel-aged Imperial Stout with natural flavors on the label, which leads me to believe for a couple reasons that a lot of breweries put natural flavors on the label because it just saves space and it's all-encompassing. If you go to War Horse's website and they're Untappd, and I believe their Instagram, they do say that they condition this one on vanilla and wild Thai bananas. So yeah, they're actually using real bananas and vanilla. So yeah, anyway, this sounds really delicious. I'm hoping it is quite tasty. So we're going to give it a go here and see how this one is. So like I said, it's been, I want to say, close to a year since I've reviewed something from War Horse. So I thought, let's get this in to the glass and then I'll talk about the rest. But yeah, I thought, hey, let's pick this up and give it a go. And here we are. So do something like that for now. It is in a can, so it's not like, wow, that is crazy. That sounds, it sounds crazy. I don't know if you can hear the carbonation's fizzing away, but it tasted, that little cheat tasted crazy. Anyway, yeah, that looks gnarly. So hold it up to light, dark brown for sure. In the glass, it's pitch black. It had about a finger of this dark brown colored head that is now dissipated to a thin film. It is almost 12%. It has adjuncts in it, the whole 9. So I don't think the head retention is going to be great. There are sheets. As soon as I poured it, I could see it. That just plays the role of what I would expect this beer to look like. Anyway, let's get a nose. Chocolate-covered bananas. I like chocolate-covered bananas. I don't eat them that often because obviously they're not great for you, but I like them frozen. You get like the frozen ones. They're absolutely delicious. This smells like that, but if you had like the dark chocolate version of them, it does not, what I love about the nose, it does not smell candied. It doesn't smell like banana runs. It smells like actual, like real overripened bananas. There is a little bit of like coffee and like roasted malt character. The bourbon is here in terms of like a spicy, I always default to peppery, like caramel, but yeah, it has like that spiciness you get from bourbon. Definitely like a caramelized sugar. There's some vanilla hanging around as well. A little bit of oakiness. I can't get over, this is like if you took a dark chocolate covered banana and then dipped it. I have stuff over here from other reviews that I just didn't see. I try to wash my table quite frequently, like once a week or so, but yeah, anyway, I sometimes miss stuff. Anyway, go back to this. It was like you take a dark chocolate covered banana and like infuse it with bourbon or some kind of whiskey, or like you dipped it in some kind of like bourbon like sauce. Like it has that kind of aroma. It smells delightful. Doesn't smell like it could potentially be too sweet. Can't smell sweetness, but like the perceived sweetness. Dude, this smells awesome. Whew. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. Let's see. Cheers, everyone. This is fucking delicious. Wow. This is not going to be a hard review because despite almost 12% being bourbon barrel aged, wild Thai bananas, vanilla, the whole nine. This is not overly complex on the palate. Like, it's not. But what's there, beautiful. Beautiful. Body in this one, I'd say it's like medium full bodied. So maybe an ever so slight, small, very minute type of thinness to it, but not really. It's adequate. I know that isn't a great word to use here. It'd be like, it's just okay. It's not really thin, but it's also not like super luscious and like, it's not like coating the palate, but for what it's supposed to be, almost 12%, the body's appropriate. That's where I'll leave it. The mouthfeel, really nice. Mild to moderate carbonation, a little bit softer than anticipated, smooth. There's a nice creaminess here. Mouthfeel's really good. I'm taking big sips of this because, believe it or not, this is not overly boozy. Nice warming in the chest, no astringency on the palate, which is wild. That's awesome. Here's the thing. I say here's the thing a lot. I have, like the last year or so, I've said it, here's the thing a lot. I don't know why. I didn't used to say that. Now I do. But anyway, here's the thing. Front to back, this is the note I'm getting, and it really hasn't changed up a lot. It's over-ripened bananas, dipped in dark chocolate, then dipped into some kind of like bourbon glaze. Front to back, throughout the palate. That is what I'm getting. I'm not even getting like a true like roasted malt quality on the palate. I'm not getting that coffee I was talking about in the nose. There's not a ton of caramelized sugars, although you could sneak in a little bit of like, again, caramel toffee. That's exactly precisely what it is. And it is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. While it's rich and decadent and sweet, it's not cloying. I am going to pour the rest of it in here right now because I can't get enough of this right now. Holy shit. Dan, you were spot on, and I think I might even like it a little bit more than you did. I think you gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on tap, somewhere around there. If Goose Island Bourbon County brand Bananas Foster Stout is anywhere close to this, I'll be happy. But it's going to be tough for that beer to replicate what this is putting out right now because this is just absolutely superb. I can't get over how much just like pure on intense banana and chocolate flavors here. And again, you get that bourbon. I'm almost getting, now in the taste, I'm getting a little bit of like a peppery bourbon, but it's not overdone. On the finish, it finishes semi to full on dry, mild bitterness, but it's not too sweet to begin with. While this is a dessert beer per se, it's 11.6%. It's bourbon barrel aged. There's vanilla, there's wild Thai bananas, the whole nine. It doesn't verge on the cloying aspect. Like I'm going to drink the rest of this and probably wish I had more and be absolutely just hammered. I've said absolutely like 4 or 5 times already, but you gotta know how much I'm enjoying this one. Yeah, so one more sip. Yeah, so shout out to my Letterkenny and Shoresy fans out there, which might be like 2 of you. Yeah, this is great. I can't give it a 5 out of 5 just because, like I said, the mouthfeel, the mouthfeel is good. The body and the mouthfeel, though, and I'd say more body than mouthfeel, just around that level where it's like a 5 out of 5, but it's not far off. This is one of the best Western New York barrel-aged beers I've had in a long time. It's just, they've done it extremely well. They've done a great job with this. And what I really do thoroughly enjoy about this is that the banana character is not fake. Don't get me wrong. I'll fuck up some banana runs. I love me some banana runs. Runs in general. Candy in general, great. All right? I think listen, I'm fat, and I'm fat because I like candy and all sorts of food. But when I get that banana runt flavor in a beer, and more specifically like a barrel-aged beer or something trying to do something cool like this, it bothers me because I don't want that candy flavor. I want a real banana. I want an authentic banana characteristic, and this provides that. And if it didn't, I probably wouldn't like this nearly as much. But just from the dark chocolate aspect, the over-ripened, true authentic banana feeling, and the fact that the barrel is here but not overblown. The only thing I could say about this one that really stops it from getting a 5 out of 5 is the body and mouthfeel not being absolutely spectacular. And on top of that, I don't get a lot of like the base beer. There's not a ton of roasted malt and chocolate and like dark fruits and other things you would get caramelized sugars from the base beer. But this is one of those rare instances where I don't give a shit. So yeah. Anyway, one more sip and we're going to lock in a rating. This is awesome. It's going to be hard for a Western New York brewery to beat this beer this year. And we're early this year. We're a couple weeks in. And this beer is going to be at the top of the totem pole, I'm sure, when next year comes and I do like a recap of 2025, because this is fantastic. I should have picked up the peanut butter cup. And if I do see the peanut butter cup, I will grab it and maybe review it like next month or something. But this is outstanding. So Turn and Burn, the Bananas Foster variant, the 2024 release from War Horse. I, my friends, am going to give this a straight 4.75 out of 5. This is great. This is so great. I am not really shocked, more so than elated and just happy that this is a fantastic beer. Especially since you're going to see yesterday that I reviewed a Deschutes, their Black Butte 36, which was very disappointing, which is a rarity from Deschutes, but something like this is substantially just better than a beer like that by a wide margin. So kudos to War Horse. Now, let me just make sure there's nothing left. The beauty about War Horse, I will do it over my glass here, but if you can see, they do this where it's turn and burn. You can turn it upside down. They actually did it where they made some prior vintages where they actually waxed the bottom of the can, which I thought was awesome, but also stupid, but pretty awesome, but also quite stupid. Just, to say, hey, this is a cool variant. But yeah, if you turn upside down, it says War Horse here, and then over here it says Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. I like that from the can aspect. So anyway, price point, $12 a can on their website. So I think that's probably the going rate, probably like 11, 12 bucks. However, I picked this up at Angadi Beverage in Batavia, and it was $7.99 for the can. So I don't know if it was on sale or not. I guess so. $8 for that can. It's a 16 fluid ounce can, 11.6%. Yes, and yes. So that's a great deal. But even 12 bucks a can, $4.75, I would easily pay that. And availability, it's War Horse, Western New York area, maybe in New York State in general, but I don't think they make it really far outside of the region. If so, maybe like, maybe northern Pennsylvania, maybe in Ohio. I don't really know. So if you see this and you're outside New York State, let me know. Yeah, really, really awesome stuff. 50 IBUs, like I say at the beginning, I always mention the IBUs, even though they don't really matter as much anymore. There is really no big bitterness. This is more dry than bitter, maybe a very mild bitterness. But at the same time, this isn't cloying. This is not too sweet. As you can see, I've taken down a lot of this. And when I get a cloying beer or something that's really sickly sweet, I start getting like almost just like I feel sick to my stomach. Like I'll get through 4 or 5 ounces of something and be like, oh, no more. Not this. I'm going to finish this up. And I'll be like, where the hell is more of this? Because I need more. And I probably should have bought another can of this just to drink. But again, I'm going to try to get that peanut butter cup one just to see if it's as good as this one. But I tell you right now, if this is still on the shelf in your Western New York area and you like... So the one thing I will say, and a lot of times I do this, I just forget like whatever dessert. They're going for Bananas Foster and a Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. Sure, you can say Bananas Foster, but I'm still going more of a dark chocolate dipped or covered over-ripened banana. That's what I would say if you infused it with bourbon or dipped it in like a bourbon glaze or something like that. That's where I would say dessert-wise it lands for me, not straight on Bananas Foster, but I could see the Bananas Foster thing. So, the name of it is not bullshit for sure. And the fact that they put natural flavors might, deter some of you from picking it up. Do not. This is authentic banana. The vanilla is there. The chocolate coming from the base malt. Like it's fantastic. And this is going to be a longer review, and I don't give a shit because a beer like this, I like singing the praises of a Western New York brewery when they put out something amazing. And this is an amazing beer from War Horse, in my opinion. Dan was not lying. Dan has a great palate. He knows what he's talking about. And yes, this is fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to shut this one down, 11.6%, warming in the chest, nothing on palate. I am shocked at how good this is, but in the best way possible. So check back tomorrow for another all Imperial Beer Theme Month beer, and check back next Wednesday for another Western New York Wednesday. I'm going to go drink this, and I'm probably going to take my time with it because I drank a little bit too much already. I'm starting to feel it, but I'm going to sip on this one for another half an hour, 45 minutes, and enjoy every single second. Great job, War Horse. I really enjoy this one. Till the next one. Cheers.